In a recent exclusive interview with E! News, The Bachelor star Grant Ellis reflected on his emotional journey throughout the season, the unexpected drama surrounding his engagement to Juliana Pasquarosa, and his thoughts on the accusations made by Litia Garr, the runner-up. While the finale of the season featured Ellis proposing to Pasquarosa, the aftermath has been anything but smooth, as Garr made pointed allegations after the cameras stopped rolling, claiming that Ellis led her on and misrepresented his intentions during their time on the show. For Ellis, the experience of being thrust into the spotlight was a whirlwind of emotions, with moments of genuine connection but also confusion and doubt. His relationship with Garr had started strong, but as the season progressed, he found himself drawn closer to Pasquarosa, who had seemed to capture his heart with her authenticity and deep emotional bond. In his chat with E! News, Ellis admitted that choosing between the two women was one of the most challenging decisions of his life, but ultimately, he felt that his connection with Pasquarosa was the one that would stand the test of time. Yet, despite their bond, the accusations from Garr, who was visibly upset after the finale aired, added a layer of complexity to the situation. Garr's statements accusing Ellis of misleading her during their time together on the show seemed to strike at the very core of Ellis's integrity, leaving him feeling conflicted and disheartened. In his interview, Ellis took the time to address these allegations head-on, offering his side of the story with a mixture of vulnerability and defiance. From Ellis's perspective, the connection with Garr, while meaningful at times, was not as deep as the one he shared with Pasquarosa. He acknowledged that the nature of the show, where connections can be intensified by the environment and the pressure of competition, sometimes led to mixed signals. He explained that he never intended to hurt Garr, but that the emotions he had felt for her were not as strong or long-lasting as those he developed with Pasquarosa. This candid admission, however, did little to quell the disappointment expressed by Garr, who felt blindsided by the outcome of the season. The tension between Ellis and Garr was palpable during the After the Final Rose special, where Garr confronted Ellis about what she perceived as his deceit. In the emotional conversation that followed, Garr, who had once been hopeful for a future with Ellis, questioned his sincerity and the motivations behind his actions. Ellis responded by clarifying that his feelings for Garr had always been genuine, but the nature of the show had complicated his decision-making process. Garr's accusations stemmed from what she described as Ellis's ambiguous behavior toward her, which left her questioning his true feelings. She claimed that Ellis had often expressed uncertainty about his commitment to Pasquarosa, which led her to believe that there was still a chance for them to have a future together. For Ellis, this moment of confrontation was a bittersweet one. He expressed regret over the pain his actions caused Garr but reiterated that he had ultimately followed his heart, which led him to Pasquarosa. Despite the emotional turmoil surrounding the situation, Ellis spoke about his ongoing relationship with Pasquarosa, reflecting on the challenges they had faced in the public eye and the strength of their bond. He noted that while the drama of the show may have added complexity to their relationship, it had also given them a unique opportunity to grow closer in ways they hadn't anticipated. Both Ellis and Pasquarosa were aware that the scrutiny they would face as a couple would be intense, but they were determined to navigate it together. As for Garr, Ellis made it clear that he wished her nothing but the best. He acknowledged the pain she must have felt in the aftermath of the finale, but insisted that his decision to propose to Pasquarosa was not one made out of malice. While the public nature of The Bachelor meant that emotions were often heightened, Ellis insisted that his commitment to Pasquarosa was genuine and something he had thought long and hard about. The interview also delved into the broader themes of reality television, with Ellis reflecting on how the structure of shows like The Bachelor can sometimes distort the reality of relationships. He spoke about the intense pressure contestants face to form quick connections and the unrealistic expectations placed on them by the show's format. Despite these challenges, Ellis expressed gratitude for the opportunity to find love in such a unique and public way, even if it came with its share of misunderstandings and controversies. Ellis's decision to address Garr's accusations in such an open and vulnerable manner revealed a side of him that many fans hadn't seen during the season. While some viewers had questioned his sincerity throughout the show, his willingness to confront the aftermath of the finale with honesty and empathy seemed to resonate with many. He made it clear that he didn't want to be portrayed as the villain in the situation, but as someone who had to navigate the complexities of love and relationships under the spotlight. In the aftermath of the finale, both Ellis and Pasquarosa have been focusing on building their relationship away from the cameras, taking time to get to know each other in a more private setting. Ellis explained that while he was grateful for the experiences of the show, he was eager to move past the drama and focus on what truly mattered, the future he hoped to build with Pasquarosa. The couple has made a conscious effort to keep their relationship grounded, avoiding unnecessary public drama and focusing on their connection rather than the external pressures that come with being on a reality show. As for Garr, it remains unclear what the future holds for her. While her accusations against Ellis have certainly caused a stir, it's possible that she will find her own path to happiness outside of the spotlight. Ellis, for his part, expressed hope that Garr would heal from the experience and find the love she deserved, free from the expectations and heartbreak that often accompany reality television relationships. Overall, the conversation between Grant Ellis and E! News highlighted the complexity of reality television relationships and the emotional toll they can take on those involved. While Ellis's engagement to Pasquarosa may have been the end of his journey on The Bachelor, it was clear that the real work was only just beginning for the couple. As they continue to navigate life outside the show's bubble, the couple's future will undoubtedly face its own set of challenges, but their commitment to one another seems to be strong enough to weather whatever storms may come their way.